Hey everyone, we have all newness on today. All newness, including the new Victoria Beckham eyeshadows. And I'm going to save those for last because I'm going to go into the most detail about those. I will go through everything else relatively quickly, but as always, I'll have timestamps. If you want to go right to the Victoria Beckham, go ahead. Okay, so the first thing that I put on my face today was the InnBeauty Calm the Red Down. I love that product. Like I said, for somebody who has redness to their skin, it completely negates the redness. So it's an absolute must have if you're somebody who deals with that. Second, Auric sent me some products, some that I can't use because they're much too deep for me. Some that I've just started using. This one's called Plush Ritual Recovery, and it's a lip ceramide treatment. And you have the little thing in the back where you push out the product. And then you have the, metal, whatever, that massages it. And this is a really great product for somebody who has really dry lips in the winter, like myself. And so I can't give you a deep analysis of how well it hydrates my lips because I haven't used it long enough, but I will say it works extremely well as something that you just put on before you put on your makeup and while you're doing other stuff. It made my lips very emollient and very comfy, very plush, and I really like the applicator. So just on that alone, I'm very happy with it. And again, thank you, Auric, for sending me a whole bunch of things that I will keep trying. Second is the Jones Road Shimmer Face Oil. I have never tried their Shimmer Face Oil. This is in Midas. Midas is a warm tone, and Jones Road did just send this to me. And I have to tell you, if you're somebody, I've been talking lately about shimmer products, fluid illuminators, all that good stuff, and Refy has an excellent one. If you're somebody who has very dry skin, and I mean very dry skin, dehydrated, dry, mature skin, you should pick this up. You should go check out Jones Road or whoever else carries it and take a look at the Shine Oil, because here's the thing. This is an excellent face oil. It feels really good on the skin. It smells good. I was trying to figure out what was in it that makes it smell like this. It has sunflower seed oil, coconut oil. If you can't wear coconut, then don't buy this. Jojoba seed oil, lots of oils, avocado oil, grapeseed oil. I mean, literally every type of oil you can imagine. Oh, I see what it is. It's the sweet almond oil. And there's also a limon fragrance, not fragrance, scent. It's beautiful. It's like lime almond. I know it's really good. And this is what it looks like. And again, see that? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It also looks beautiful just by itself if you just want to put it on your skin and have this luminous glow to your face. I have to go see if they have a cool toned one because the Midas, although beautiful, is warm leaning. I have it on and you can see me putting it on. It's not, it shears out. So it's not like it's a problem for my skin, but yeah, it's really nice. It's a great oil. Now, here's the thing. It does sink in the skin, okay? It's not like the W2F, the foundation. This does sink in. But if you have, I'd say normal, well, oilier skin. I think if you're normal, you're probably fine because it's so dry, frankly, everywhere right now that I think even in the South and stuff, it's dry. I mean, it's warmer, but it's dry. If you're in a place that's humid though, closer to the equator, I don't know if this is going to be something that you love. But if you have very dry skin or you're in a very dry climate, I think you're going to be fine. This is already dry on my skin. Again, I do have dry skin, and again, it's winter. But it looks beautiful. Really, it looks stunning. And the scent dissipates after you open it up, put it on your skin. But it's the perfect product if you're looking for something like I've been talking about these pearlescent kind of, shimmery products. This is beautiful. Yeah, I definitely need to check out if they have a cool tone because that's something I would absolutely buy. So Jones Road sent that to me along with something else that I'm going to do a look with it. But thank you, Jones Road, for sending that to me because that is phenomenal, and it's going to be a lot cheaper than some of the luxury products that we generally talk about. The bronzer I'm wearing is Victoria Beckham's bronzer. This is the Matte Bronzing Brick in 01. It's actually one of my favorite bronzers, and I don't talk about it very often because it's very cool toned, 01, and it looks great on the skin. Again, I just don't talk about it very often, and I gotta get better at that, and I will, because I'm rearranging everything by color instead of brand, so I will have more of these things like out, you know, in the open. It's coming. It's coming. It's taking me forever. I have the Refy bronzer as more of like a contour product. This is cream, and this feels like silk. Like, it really does. I'm really into the cream products lately. I think it's just because it's so dry. But anyway, this is amazing. You'll see me put it on. If you like a cream bronzer, this is really good. It's not super cool. It's not mushroom. The shade, let's see, the shade is Dune. It looks really good. I mean, it looks great on my skin. It blended right in. It reminds me of, oh, I can't think of Salt New York. Super creamy, super easy to use, super easy to blend out. I'm really impressed with the Refy products that I've used so far. Refy they did send this all to me. And, but I have to say, like, I can understand now why it's so popular at Sephora. Every time I go into Sephora, people are around the Refy area. And to be honest, I was just kind of like, oh, okay. I can see why it's popular. I mean, first of all, the price point is much more reasonable, but also their stuff is really good. It's really good. That bronzer is amazing. Like, it looks really good on the skin and just sinks right in. And in this super dry climate, I mean, they also sent me their mascara, which I have not tried yet, but I want to show it to you because this is fascinating to me, and I'm not sure how this is going to work. So when I do a video with it, you'll know. But it's a curved brush, but do you see how tiny? Look at that. Yeah. I'm really intrigued about how this is going to work. It's either going to be like my favorite thing ever, and I'll probably stop using everything else, or it will be a massive fail. Actually, I don't know, but I am very interested in trying it. One more thing by Refy, they also sent me their eyebrow pencil in Auburn. It's always hard to find Auburn, to be honest with you. And I really like this one. The pencil is incredibly tiny, super tiny. I mean, like, super tiny. I have it on my eyebrows right now, and I think, you know, it really works extremely well for somebody who wants that precision, because you can just like literally draw little lines like this. And because it's so tiny, you can just basically mimic your eyebrow lashes. And so I'm very impressed with this. You know, again, this is not luxury. It's high, I guess you would say high end, but it works extremely well. And Auburn is probably hard to find. So that's one that I'm going to keep using and see what I think. But so far, I'm pretty impressed. I have on one of the new Rouge Coco lipsticks. This is Mademoielle, which is a shade that's been around for a while. And I showed you guys these shades that I picked up when I did my Chanel Spring Summer collection video. And I want to explain something about the whole new collection versus LeBlanc and all that good stuff. So I got all of the details. Here we go. So here's what's happened. When we had LeBlanc, the color collection, it was a limited edition that was about color and skin brightening, and it would come out around this time. It was a very limited edition color collection. It was based off of LeBlanc, which is the skincare franchise for Chanel. They are no longer doing that. They're not going to call it LeBlanc and have a color collection. Instead, they will have a spring, summer, whatever you want to call it, edition color collection. This year it's called Camellia Futura, and it is extended to all beauty points of distribution, will not just be in boutiques, and it's not limited to the boutiques. So it will no longer be LeBlanc, as we have been calling it, and I'm just going to speak for myself, as I have been calling it, LeBlanc collection. LeBlanc will be skincare. There will be a color collection that will come out around this time. This year it's called Camellia Futura, and it will be to all distribution units. So it will be at Dillard's and at Saks and at Nordstrom and everywhere. Then the next color collection will be Le Beiges, and Le Beiges will be some new, some permanent, which will launch in late March. If anyone has any questions, let me know, but this is a change. So, you know, Chanel is, as we've said, Chanel is changing. So that is the news. Also, there are new to new shades. I have swatches for you if you want to see them. I'll put them up here. Might as well just put them up here. There's Pink Nude, Caramel Beige, Coral Pink, Intense Nude, and Red Brown. I will pick up 2 of the shades, but I hear Pink Nude is like the shade you must buy. Also, they are discontinuing Shocking Pink, Milky Blueberry, Soft Coral, Soft Candy, Radiant Pink, Sweet Berry, Intense Blueberry, Timeless Beige, Passionate Red, Intense Brown, and Merry Rose. So if you want any of those, buy them now. Okay, that's my news on Chanel. Coco lipsticks are excellent. I love the new formula. I will have a video where I compare these and the Tom Fords and the Dior's and the Rouge 31 Chanel's, and I mean, but I will tell you, these new Chanel Coco Rouges are my favorite that Chanel has done in this form, in the satin formula. I think they're excellent. They are opaque and juicy and they look excellent on. Again, I'll have more about like bleeding and how all that works, but right now I have oils on my face and I don't want to, you know, base it off of those things. So it'll be a head-to-head with the others in a neutral environment. So, but if you're interested in them, they're really good. And the colors are absolutely fantastic. Absolutely loving them. On my cheeks today is the Natasha Denona, which has been out for a while, the HyBlush. What this is very similar to the Rare Beauty product that came out and the Merit Balms and all of the other cream products that you've seen. This is actually a really good product. I have it in Sweet Cheeks and it is quite beautiful. There's the highlighter and then the cream blush. I used both of them today. Your skin stays hydrated. I can't say anything bad about the product. The difference is between this and, let's say, the Rare Beauty. This is more your traditional cream blush. So it's creamy, it's beautiful. I mean, really, it's a beautiful cream, and you put it on the skin and it does turn into like a powder kind of feel. It just sets down. It's really quite beautiful. However, it doesn't have that same bounce necessarily that the Rare Beauty does, and it's not nearly as pigmented. This is much lighter than the Rare Beauty. The Rare Beauty, the pigment in those for being cream is off the charts. That's the thing a lot of people complain about with cream blushes, that you put the cream on and then it disappears. That is just kind of the nature of what the product is. And it's true. Like when I first put this on, it was definitely deeper. And throughout the day, it does sink into the skin. However, I don't wear a lot of blush. This is fine. For me, I think this is perfect. But for the people who want, you know, the blush that's going to go on and stay on in that kind of deeply pigmented way, the new bouncy, whatever, I keep doing this kind of thing when I talk about it, the Rare Beauty is that. And I feel like if that's what you're looking for, go with the Rare Beauties. And then if you're looking for just a really beautiful, silky, creamy blush, then this Natasha Denona is great. It comes with the highlighter. You've got the Merit to choose from. You've got Chanel. There's a number of great choices out there that you can look at. Different price points, of course. But this is beautiful, and I'm glad I have it. And I will use it because I actually do like the cream formulas more than I like the powder formulas at this point in my life. Okay, now we're to Victoria Beckham. So here's my thoughts on the Victoria Beckham. I picked up the green, just gonna call them the green one and the other one. No, I picked up the olive I picked up the olive palette, and then I picked up the Victoria palette, and they are both, you know, quite beautiful. I have to say, like, I really do think that these are excellent formulas, and I think the mattes in here are great. And I think they go on beautifully, and the packaging is very substantial. It's refillable, so you get them as a refill and then you put them in the packaging. They're creamy, they're buildable, they're silky. I have not had fallout with any of these, but, and here's where I come in with the but. So this is the Victoria palette. That's what I have on today. And this is the olive palette, which is what I immediately was like drawn to because of the greens in there. And the packaging, like I said, it's substantial. It's a thick piece of, this is the old one to give you an idea. Okay. So, and the old one, the silk bricks were not refillable. You just have it like this. And then the new ones, like I said, you are, first of all, much thicker. You press in the button to have it pop up. On the side, it pops open. You've got the mirror like the old one, and then you have the refill piece here. The shades in both the olive and the Victoria are both very deep. There isn't really a lightening shade. So here's what I have to say. If you have more mature skin, older eyes, heavier lids, smaller eyes, and again, this is my 2 cents. You do you. You do what you like. I would not recommend the Victoria palette for you because here's the sparkly shade, which is incredibly intense, beautiful, but incredibly intense and deep. And here is the light matte shade. We'll put it here. Okay, this is the light shade that's in here. So, unless you have a much deeper skin tone than mine, the light shade is already going to be way deeper than your skin tone. So you're going to get a very deep, smoky look, which I think is the point of the Victoria palette. So I'm not saying it's done incorrectly or badly. It's just, that's a look. Here's the shade, the sparkly shade from the olive. You see how much lighter it is? And the matte shade, which is incredibly creamy in that one, is also very deep for my skin tone. But when you take the metallic shade over it, even though it's deep, it's not nearly as deep as this one. Neither one of them, though, is a particularly light look. Like, it's not like this, which is silk, and it's very light. You have, you know, a white in here. Again, these are smoky looks. These are more, they're deeper. They're not a soft, ethereal butterfly gossamer wing like we've been talking about the last couple of weeks. I feel, again, my 2 cents, I think these are like fall, winter. That's what I get from them. The blue one and the Night Flash actually look like they could be lighter. Like the Night Flash has a cream in it, so you could keep it light by using more of the cream. And the blue one, the Navy Noir, I feel like that sparkly shade looks very light, looks like it could be a bluish gray. And I don't know how deep the blue, light blue matte is. So that's the thing I'd have to see. But I'm gonna guess they all have some depth to them. Because when she talks about it, she says, the Ultimate Shadow Palette delivers exquisite performance in buttery smooth powder formulas and luxurious finishes, which is absolutely true. Buttery and blendable. And then She says, color is my language and each shade within the eye wardrobe inspires specific emotions for me. The palettes themselves are like mini collections perfected to complement and contrast and the key to my signature smoky eye. So again, guys, unless you're somebody who likes a smoky eye, these might not be for you. The formula is excellent. It has nothing to do with the formula. It has to do with a smoky eye. And if you are not someone who likes a smoky eye, these might not be for you. So I'm going to take the sparkly shade in this Victoria palette and put it on the eye. So to me, I think this is the quintessential smoky eye, right? This is the deep, silvery gray smoky eye. And if I wanted to smoke it out even more, I would take a very tiny brush. I would take that silver sparkly shade and I would start putting it into the lower lash line as well. Do not do this if you are somebody who does not like the lower part of your eyes. What I mean is, if you have a lot of lines under your eyes, or you don't have a lot of lines under your eyes, but you just don't like accentuating that part of your face, don't do this, because what it does is I don't want to say it closes your eye. It doesn't close your eye, but can you see how my eyes look more like almond shaped instead of round? Because basically what you're doing is you're enclosing the eye in darkness, right? Again, it's a smoky eye look. That's the whole point of it. But a smoky eye look is going to, just by the color, its deepness, push everything back. And it's a look. I actually like doing it from time to time, especially for an evening look, personally for me. But when I do it, I do this and then I have practically nothing else on my face and a very light lip. Like that's my thing. You don't have to do that to balance out the amount of makeup on my eyes. If you're somebody who, again, has an older eye or a smaller eye, what I would suggest is taking something, and it can be sparkly. It can be a very sparkly shade, and putting that like on this part of the eye and widening it to make that stand out. Don't put it as much into the crease. But I would not, as a makeup artist, I would not go to this look first for somebody who said, my eyes are small, I'm worried about droopiness. Like this would not be the look. And I'm just going back in very carefully with a small brush and that sparkle shade. This would not be my go-to for somebody who came in to tell me that, because I would feel that more than likely it would close down their eye more than opening it up. Now, again, you do you. You do what works for you and what you like. But in general, the looks that I've done with the Chanel and the Chantecaille are going to be more forgiving. This look is a deep smoky eye look. It is, you need to be very careful with it in the sense that you cannot just throw it on the eye. You have to make sure you're deliberate in where you place the deep, deep shades. Otherwise, you look like you got punched in the face. It's just the truth. And you don't want to put too much in the inner corner. If you notice, if you look really closely, you'll notice that the inner corner of my eye does not have like this length, this width. It does not have the gray sparkly shade on it. Because for me, if I do that, it starts to make my eyes look too deep set. If your eyes are very deep set, it will also do that. So just, you know, these are things to keep in mind when you're thinking about this palette. Again, I really like the formula. I think it's stunning. But I really do feel like these are, she says it herself, smoky eye looks. It's basically the exact opposite of the sparkly, light, wet, shimmery looks that I've been doing with the Chanel is definitely, that's really all, not all, but that's what it's focused on. The Chantecaille, definitely that's all it is. It's a gossamer light look. And then the Charlotte Tilbury's, they have the ability to do more of this if you wanted, but that's not the purpose of them. That is the purpose. It is a smoky eye look. Do I think this is a gorgeous smoky eye look? Yes. Yes, I do. I really do like this one. Like for that really intense evening look, especially, I think it's beautiful. But I want to caution you because I want to make sure you're buying it for the right reasons. Again, you know, makeup is very personal. It's highly personalized a lot of the time. And you need to consider not only is it a good product, this is a really good product, but is it the right product for you and what you want to buy? The price point, again, it's not cheap. I mean, this is luxury makeup. Victoria Beckham is luxury makeup. And you are spending $75 for the case and then the refill. The refills alone you can buy, and they are $50. So if I were to buy, let's say the blue one, which looks very pretty to me, and I really do like blue, because that's me and I like blue, I would not buy another case because I have 2 cases now. So I would just buy, you know, the blue one and put it in there. I probably won't buy it, even though I really want it, because I just don't have as many occasions to wear a really smoky eye look. Given my current situation. Maybe that will change. Again, and I should be able to, you know, wear the smoky eye look to Starbucks if I want to, and in fact, I can, but I probably wouldn't. So why spend the $50 where I can spend the $50 somewhere else? So again, it has to do with lifestyle, it has to do with, you know, what you like to wear, the choices that you make, and, you know, where you want to put your money. I do have fallout. You can see it on there. I can brush it off pretty easily. It's gone. So yeah, I mean, this is the whole thing, right? Where do you want to spend your coin? If you are one of those people who can just buy every single collection and it doesn't matter, price does not matter to you, that's awesome. But still remember, makeup does go bad. So even if you could afford, you know, every single thing, doesn't mean you should necessarily buy it, because before you get to use it, it goes bad. So, you know, put that money towards a Chanel purse or something else that you really want. So my overall thoughts, these are beautiful. The formula is stunning. And if you like a smoky eye, these would be the ones I would buy. They're awesome. The olive smoke from Tom Ford can give you a similar look, by the way. In my opinion, I think it's going to be very close to the olive that's in here. But anyway, I'll do a side-by-side. I'll get a better idea. The Natasha Denona highlighter blush cream is beautiful. It's really well done. If you buy Natasha Denona, excellent formula, excellent blush. The Refy products are really impressive to me. I have loved everything that I've tried from them. Thank you again for sending it to me, sending the products to me, Refy. They're really excellent. I just, I'm really impressed with everything. So I'll try the mascara soon. That'll be interesting because that brush is wild. And the Coco lipsticks. What I would say to you is, you know, these are really good. They're excellent formula. You probably haven't, I don't know what your collection is like. If you don't have any really good lipsticks, these are a really good choice. I really like the shades that I picked up. I really like the formula. They're lasting really well. They're very hydrating. I think, you know, between the Tom Fords and the Chanel's, it'd be really hard for me to choose right now. I guess, again, when it comes down to like budgeting, you know, where you spend your money, I might pick up to news that shades that are being discontinued, blooms, which are completely being discontinued, and any shades in the Coco that are being changed for the new collection because they'll be gone. I mean, that's kind of how I make my decisions. If something's being discontinued and I'm never going to be able to get it again or unlikely to get it again, I'll put my money there first versus permanent collections. But again, it depends on your collection and what you're looking for. So hopefully all that's helpful. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you in another video really soon.